When you wonder what lurks in the dark, what do you think you'll see? Ghouls? Ghosts? What if I told you that something more terrifying prowled the night? Creatures that fear the sun and feast on blood and then make ghosts and ghouls seem like harmless fairy tales. The vampires of the Forgotten Realms are these creatures, and their foreboding presence is what haunts our greatest nightmares. While the vampire may have been a beloved folk hero or a respected family man in life, all the goodness of the person melts away upon joining the ranks of the undead. Vampires are only concerned with consumption and domination. These, in turn, transform into obsession. Vampires will often seek physical representations of these obsessions. For example, a vampire obsessed with knowledge might amass a vast library, while a vampire obsessed with control may create a multitude of spawn it can eternally dominate. Upon their transition into a creature of the night, a vampire will usually maintain the same physical appearance they did in life, but their features take on an angled and predatory aesthetic, and their skin becomes pale gray. Their own shadows and reflections flee from the sight of their former master, and sunlight becomes their greatest enemy. Vampires also gain the ability to regenerate, assume a gaseous form, and possess superhuman strength and speed. Despite that, a vampire is forever bound to its coffin, crypt, or gravesite, only to emerge under the cover of darkness. Vampires can move their resting place by, moving their coffin, or at least a significant amount of dirt from their burial site. Individuals who didn't receive a proper burial would have to sleep beneath a foot of dirt from their original place of transformation, but don't let this perceived limitation fool you. The vampires of Faerun prowl the darkness, always seeking out fresh blood to sate their ravenous hunger. Among the vampires, however, the Nosferatu can never sate its hunger. With their gaunt faces and malnourished, neglected bodies, the Nosferatu species feeds on everything from household pets to former family members. Its existence is one of constant bloodlust and blind, violent hatred towards the living. When dawn breaks, the foul Nosferatu will retreat to disgusting and abhorrent ruins and sewers, caring only to rest in a place no mortals would ever seek to tread. The Nosferatu lives a cursed life, for aside from its affliction, the creature will sometimes receive lucid moments after feasting on fresh blood. In these precious but fleeting seconds, the Nosferatu will experience flashes of its former self, lasting just long enough to realize the doom that overcame them before slipping right back into their feral state. While the Nosferatu lives a lonely, feral existence, the pure vampire is quite the opposite. Taking full advantage of their immortal life, they surround themselves with luxury, thralls, and spawn that it can dominate. Vampires are prideful creatures that see themselves and their goals as beyond the scope of lesser beings surrounding them. However, despite their powerful abilities, a vampire is but a single individual. A vampire will typically produce spawn that it controls so that it can fulfill its dark goals more efficiently and exert total domination over another creature. For the vampire spawn, life is about torture to servitude. When a vampire drains the life from another humanoid, that person can arise as a vampire spawn. They are consumed with the infinite thirst for blood a vampire possesses and their weaknesses to sunlight, but with a fraction of their undead power. Much like a vampire spawn maintains its pre-death looks, but with sharper and more predatory features. A vampire spawn is eternally bound to its creator. They will obey every command to the letter, no matter how begrudgingly. The spawn can also never harm their creator, and may only be free of their shackles when their creator is killed or they are allowed to drink the blood of their master. This is a rare occasion, of course, as a vampire is never keen to allow a potential rival to take their place. Adventurer, heed my words. While I've told you about some of the aspects vampires share, It's important to remember that no two vampires are the same. Not all vampires share the same weaknesses or the same strengths. Be ever vigilant. Otherwise, you could find yourself with 2 extra holes in your neck and much less blood in your veins. Thank you guys for joining me today. If you liked the video, drop a like and subscribe. If you've got something you'd like to see next, let me know in the comments. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one.